So this is the video explaining about the compose and drafts functionalities of the webmail. As you can see, our compose button is placed here at the top, and when we press it, we are opening a box similar to the one you can see in Gmail, for example. Uh, this box has several interesting features. Uh, as you can see, it has three icons here at the top. So again, similar to Gmail, we can minimize it as such small window. We can turn it into a center screen longer uh, area for writing, or we can close it when we want. Down here in the to section, we have a smart selector. So when we type something, we are making a request actually to the API of NowCerts, and we have a result here with the insured, which emails are matching the term we have typed. So we can select one of these. Also, after that, we can continue typing more emails. And when we press tab, the new email is also added to the list. At the right, we have an option to CC or BCC. So, for example, let's add a CC email also. Here, for example, add this one. Then let's fill in some subject. And as you can see, as I have typed, we're also updating this message here at the top. And then the body of the message. Now I can send it, but first I want to show you actually saving it as a draft. So if you press this icon, we will actually save this entire thread as a draft, and at some later point, if you want, we can make some changes, and after that send the actual message. So let's press this one. The draft was saved successfully, and we can now go to our drafts folder here. And as you can see at the top, this is the draft I just created. Down here in the list, you can see a lot of other drafts. Most of them are randomly generated from our HTTP tests. Here in this list, we can select any one or more drafts. And for example, if we decided we don't need these ones, we can actually discard them. And they are discarded successfully and removed from the list. But let's now select the one we have just created, press on it. The compose box pops up, and as you can see, it contains all the emails we selected and the subject and the body. Let's make some modifications. For example, remove this one because we don't own this email address. Let's make some modifications here. And now, if we decide that we are ready and our message is fine, we can just press the send button, and the message was sent successfully. It was removed from this list, and if you go here in the sent mail, you will see that here it is at the top of the list. Okay, so let's get back to the inbox. Another interesting part, which wasn't part of the previous video, was actually the inside of the threads view. So let's check it also now. For example, I can select this email here. When I press it, here is the actual email we have received. As you can see, this is a marketing email, some nice styling and images. Uh, at the top, we have several options here. We can get back to the list. We can refresh the thread which we are in. We can delete it, or we can mark it as unread. So let's press this one. As you can see, we were returned to the inbox, and this is not red anymore. It is in white background. More interesting is when we have multiple messages in a single thread. So I have one prepared here, where we have three participants, and in this example, three messages. So we have them one by one, and we have some options here also. The first one, as you can see, is this small arrow here, and when we press it, there is a pop-up where we can see some more details about the from, the to, the date, and the subject of this particular message. Also, as you can see here, we have three little dots, and when we press them, we actually see that this is the quote part of the upper message, which we can show or hide if you want. Here at the top right, we have two icons also. The first one is collapse. So when we press it, all the messages in the thread are collapsed. And this is very useful if we have much bigger threads with more messages. This is way easier to scan through them. And of course, at any time, we can press the header and the message will be expanded for us. The next icon here allows us to open this whole thread in a new tab. Some people are used to this, so we also implement this one. Each individual message can be started or replied to, but most commonly the people will use these three buttons at the bottom. They allow us to reply only to this one, to reply to all participants, or to forward the message to some other email we want to select. So with this, I can conclude the part with the thread view details, and I think this is for now. I will also make a separate video explaining about the some settings and the screen we have for them, and that's for now. Thanks.